Today we're going to be using our division skills in order to solve some word problems. Make sure that you have your pencil and paper, and if you don't, hit pause and go get them. When you're ready to go, hit play again. Our first problem says, Jenna's family is planning a trip to Oceanside, California. They will begin their trip in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and will travel 2,754 miles over 9 days. If the family travels an equal number of miles every day, how far will they travel each day? Go ahead and hit pause, solve, and when you're ready to check, hit play again. Okay, so what we're doing is we are dividing 2,754 by 9. So 2 divided by 9, can't do it. 27 divided by 9 is 3. 3 times 9 is 27. When I subtract, we get 0. It is less than 9, so we bring down our 5. 5 divided by 9 is nothing. 0 times 9 is 0. Subtract. We get 5. Maybe. There we go. Compare. 5 is less than 9, so we bring down our 4. We have 54 divided by 9, which is 6. 6 times 9 is 54. Subtract. We have a remainder of 0. So the final answer is 306 miles are traveled each day. Okay, question 2. Emma is planning a party for 127 guests. If 8 guests can be seated at each table, how many tables will be needed for seating at the party? So go ahead and hit pause, solve, and when you're ready, come back and check. Okay, so for this one, we are solving 127 divided by 8. So we're taking 127 guests or people, and we're dividing them by 8 at each table. So 1 divided by 8, can't do it. 12 divided by 8 is 1. 1 times 8 is 8. Subtract, we get 4. 4 is less than 8, so I can move down over to bring down. We end up with 47 divided by 8. 47 divided by 8 is 5. 5 times 8 is 40. So we end up with a remainder of 7. And because we were dividing people, we need to make sure that we have the exact amount of tables that are needed because nobody can sit on the floor. So our final answer here needs to be, whoop, my marker was going crazy there, guys. Sorry about that. So 16, there we go. 16 tables are needed so that everyone has a seat. Okay, our third question today says, Warren spent 140 hours making 8 wooden toy trucks for a craft fair. If he spent the same amount of time making each truck, how many hours did he spend making each truck? Go ahead and pause and solve, and then come back to check. Okay, so we are dividing 140 hours by 8 trucks. So 1 divided by 8, can't do that. 14 divided by 8 is 1. 1 times 8 is 8. Subtract, we get 6. 6 is less than 8, so continue on. Bring down the 0. 60 divided by 8 is, the closest I can get is 7. 7 times 8 is 56, and when I subtract, I end up with a remainder of 4. Now, we have to think about interpreting this remainder here and look at what we were actually dividing. We were dividing hours, 140 hours. Hours is actually a measurement of time. So, yeah, it's a measurement. So because it's a measurement, we need to actually use this remainder. So our final answer is actually 17 4/8 hours. And if you remember your fractions from last year, 4/8 is the same thing as half. So he is spending 17.5 hours for every one of his wooden toys. Okay, guys, so make sure that you've circled yes or no as to whether you got each question right the first time, and record any errors that you made for each of the questions. And when you're finished, hand in your paper.